Today, we're going to learn how to multiply decimals, just like this one. I'll give you an example or scenario, just to give it a bit of context. Suppose you are purchasing 2.57 kilograms of apples at $4.95 per kilogram. What is the total cost? We start by writing the numbers just as we have them above. 2.57 times 4.95. The next step is to turn them all into whole numbers. And to do that, we move the decimal all the way to the right-hand side. And we go 1, 2. And we do that to both of them. 1, 2. So essentially, it looks like we're multiplying 257 times 495. So if we think about it as whole numbers, we can then draw a box and use the Italian Lattice Method for multiplication. So you draw a square box because we're going to have 3 digits on the top and 3 digits to the right of the box. Let's start with drawing the box. I like to start by putting the numbers in first. So I'll put a 2, a 5, and a 7 for 257. And then I'll put a 4, a 9, and a 5 for 495. And then I can draw the columns for each of these digits and the rows for each of these digits. Let's start with the columns. And now we'll do the rows. Now all we have to do is break each square into a diagonal. And I like to extend it, so it makes it a bit easier to write the answers in the correct place. And from this square, I'll cut it into a diagonal, and cut the next square into a diagonal, and keep extending it. And again, cut the square into a diagonal, cut the next square into a diagonal, and extend it out. And the last square. I think I might try to make this a bit neater. Okay, and the next step's quite simple. We just multiply. So in each box for the answer, whether it's a 1-digit or a 2-digit number, the tens place value goes here and the ones place value goes here. So 4 times 7 is 28. So the tens place value goes here, 20, and the ones place value here, 8. 4 times 5 is 20. Tens and 0 ones, 20. 4 times 2 is 8. There are 0 tens and 8 ones. 9 times 7 is 63. 63. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 2 is 18. 1 tens, 8 ones, 18. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 5 is 25. And 5 times 2 is 10. Now all we have to do is add. And we add the diagonals. Here it's 5 on its own, so it's just 5. It's like saying 5 plus 0. So it equals 5. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus another 3 is 11. So you put the 1 from the 11 and you carry the 1 into the next column, just like normal addition. I like to carry it here where I can see it. So 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 5 is 19, plus 2 is 21, plus 1 is 22. So I put the 2 from the 22 and I carry the 2 here. So let's continue. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 8 is 14, plus 1 is 15, plus another 2 is 17. So I put the 7 from the 17 and the 1 from the 17 up here. Then we add. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11, and plus the 1 I carried is 12. You put the 2 from the 12 there, and you carry the 1 in the next diagonal. And here, just like down here, there now is a 1. 1 plus nothing is, or 1 plus 0 is just 1. So the number that you write it this way. So it ends up being 127,215. Now that's what it is as this whole number. But remember they were decimals. So when we started, we moved it in total 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to the right. So we can think of it like this. We no longer need to think of it like this because all we have to do is move the decimal, which is now all the way over here on the right, the same amount of total times 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. The opposite way, which is the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the decimal ends up here. So your answer is 12.7215. But remember, we're talking about the total cost, so it's in money value. If it's to the nearest cent, it would be here. It's a 2. And because it's a 1 to the right-hand side, it would be $12.72. But in Australia, the cents are multiples of 5. So the logical rounded answer for this would be $12.70. Thanks very much.